So, hostile critters or wiped out colony? Hunslet being Hunslet? How'd you find your first day in the Corps?
I don't know. It's a lot to take in.
If it helps, you're doing okay.
Thank you. I'm glad it's over. My nerves are shot.
Oh, it ain't never over. But for now, we got some time.
Good. Gives me a chance to work on the comms. If only we could hear from Director Price and Pharaoh's Spire. We could use her help.
Dr. Becker's been trying the whole time we were deployed. It turns out most long-range transmitters are down. If someone's home at Pharaoh's, they probably can't pick up. Do you think those things can be there too?
Judging by what happened on Pioneer, it's clear that they're spreading extremely fast.
Then you'd better get familiar with the Otago right now. We can't give those creatures the benefit of time.
So, I guess the longer this goes, the more the xenomorphs are going to infest, and like I said, I imagine that at least some objectives on these missions, like even the ones you can return to, are time sensitive, but I don't know. Okay, so tired Marines, wounded Marines, available Marines 7, because I guess we got 1 recruit and we had 10 before. Okay. Unassigned physicians.
Deputy Administrator Hayes.
Yeah, okay. The one was 6 days. Let's
This one's a priority. Understood.
assign a physician there. Brings that one down to 5 days, so they'll all be back within 5 days now.
Ah, Administrator. I wanted to... Oh. Going that badly, is it?
I'll get back to you on that. Can I do something for you?
Actually, yes. I was hoping you might persuade Sergeant Harper to retrieve some samples of the creatures. One can never have too much information about one's enemies.
I didn't know you worked in corporate espionage, Doctor.
Very droll. On the other hand, I do find that science and skullduggery have a surprising overlap. Both require focus and a keen eye for detail. One supposes.
True enough. And you're right. We need more information on these things. I'll talk to the sergeant.
Just please don't get the bright idea to bring an egg or face hugger back.
Chief Engineer Corrigan, isn't it? We met before.
Oh, it's you. Sorry about that,
You had your hands full. Things look better now.
They are. Came together faster than I thought. Ain't pretty, but we're functional and I hope stable. Harper told me we got splashed after some kind of failure in the planetary quarantine protocols. Something called Cerberus?
That's what's going around. Certainly.
More corporate corner cutting. What a fucking mess. Anyway, I should be able to produce equipment for our Marines now.
Anything I can do to help?
Well, I don't think this ship will ever be spaceworthy again. But that doesn't mean we have to abandon her. It could be shelter, you know? For these people. For us. The only problem is dear Otago took a beating. I got holes to patch, cables to reconnect. Our cryo chambers, our shield, they're history. In short, we're missing materials. Spare parts to turn into upgrades for both our guys and the ship.
Look, no promises. But we could ask the Marines to check for materials in Dead Hill storehouses during their next visit.
It all helps.
Well, luckily for you, I am a lootaholic, so we already have some. Okay, so it's not just materials that you need, you also need a level 3 gunner, so those are both requirements that need to be fulfilled. Could get the incinerator. Not real keen on the mines. So the area burns for 30 seconds, that I assume if they run through it, they take more damage. So the burning is something that you might actually put down slightly before some of the enemies get there so that they have to run through the fire, is what that seems like to me, just reading that. That might be useful. Well, let's see what else we can put those materials for first, because there might be other stuff besides weapons.
Administrator Hayes, what brings you to my corner of the Otago?
Sergeant Harper says I should take a look around. He's probably trying to keep me busy.
Yeah, the devil loves idle hands. I can't give you a tour. We're still digging through the wreckage.
How does it look?
Well, we've more portable weapons than we've got Marines to carry them. So if you find anyone out there with training, you point them in my direction. As for the ordnance, it's pretty much scragged.
What about the emergency escape vehicles?
That satellite relay idea of yours, huh? Yeah, Harper told me. If we can get the fuel linkages repaired, we might salvage one EEV. But I'd be damned before I let you play with the only life pod we have left.
And how useful is a single life pod on a crashed ship exactly?
Yeah, you're pretty convincing. I'll give you that. All right, take it. But keep me updated.
So this is where you can actually look at their stats and things. So it has to be that Marine.
What did I teach you, Marine? Salute.
Marine can carry a limited number of upgrades. That number increases with the Marine's rank. Select an upgrade slot. The list of upgrades for a Marine will increase depending on the Marine's level and class. Increases the Marine's maximum accuracy by 5 points. Increases the ammo clip capacity by 1 at the start of deployment. For each Marine with this attribute in the squad, the maximum capacity of medical supplies and tools is increased by 1. Ooh. Increases the number of bullets in each primary weapon ammo clip by 20%. Yeah, ammo is the problem that honestly scares me more. I mean, the pouches is tempting, but... I'm gonna just get ammo at the start of deployment. And let's see what the other ones can do before...
This one won't let you down.
Alright, so that's the one that has Conspirator, so you make rests less effective. That's unfortunate and makes me significantly less inclined to upgrade you.
What did I teach you, Marine?
Can you actually alter things like, say, their names or anything like that, or is that maybe from another screen? Of course, it's possible that it's just not something you can alter in this game. Yeah, so far at least it's not looking like I can like change their names and stuff, unfortunately, so it's not looking like I can make you guys soldiers in this one. I'm sure you're all disappointed.
This one won't let you down.
And not relieved. Alright, you actually don't seem to have... Yeah, you got rid of your negative traits, so... You're going to increase medkit and tool capacity by 1. And then we're going to hold the rest of these materials for a little bit. Because it seems like there's other stuff that we could potentially be doing.
Back from your tour? How'd it go?
Pretty good, I think. Dr. Becker requested some samples of the creatures for study, and Chief Corrigan is in need of components to turn this ship into a proper base.
I thought you were all about getting your message out.
There's nothing to say we can't do the one so long as it doesn't endanger the other, is there?
True enough. All right. Let's go back to Dead Hills. I have a feeling we missed something there.
The same feeling you have when these creatures come around, Sergeant?
This is hardly the moment, Deputy Administrator.
Listen, Sergeant Harper. Your abilities, they could be tied to this outbreak. If there are more like you out there, it could help. People should know. They have the right to know.
You mind your own business, Hayes, and I'll take care of mine. You have a relay to find and I have men to lead. We both have a part to play. This conversation's over.
Yeah, there was no way that prying on that was gonna go well. Okay, so at a certain point, you just can't do anymore and you have to let a day pass. So yeah, we can leave and return to some places, but the less we have to do that, the better, probably. However, I am also kind of worn out, so this seems like as good a time as any to take a break. Assuming, of course, that the game will let me... Or does it only... It seriously only auto-saves, doesn't it? So it probably has auto-saved at, like, the start of returning to the ship. And if I leave now, I'll have to redo all of that when I do this again. That... Why? Why have they set it up like that? Okay, fine. Next day...
New objectives are awaiting your review.
Jackson's Landing Hospital distress signal. We received a distress signal from the Jackson's Landing Hospital. There seems to be a surviving physician, so we would be guaranteed to rescue one physician, but we would not be able to deploy today. We need to be able to deploy. Yeah, we only have one deployment right now. I don't know if that's ever going to go up. Planet infestation progresses with each passing day. Each time the planet infestation gauge reaches a new threshold, the overall difficulty of all locations will increase. Cool. And it's already halfway up, like the first pip.
Understood. Uploading mission data.
Once you have deployed your squad on a particular mission, you will be able to select your squad's entry points in future deployments. So, yeah, we'd better go here because we still need to, like, check this and get that objective. And it looks like there's another objective we need to check out in there, but we'll get that after. Maybe we could slip in here and grab some tools, so I'm not going to take very many. I'll take, like, one, just in case something would really go foobar, and I would need one right away, but... Undisciplined. The Marine starts deployment with the disobedient stress effect. For every 2 disobedient Marines in your squad, the maximum number of commands points reduced by 1. That is nasty. Marine is always exhausted at the end of deployment, so you'll just need to rest more. That's probably not too bad. With each burst, the Marine's weapon has a 5% chance of jamming. Ah. Reduce the Marines' ammo clip capacity by 1. Start deployment. Lovely. Although honestly, the undisciplined one worries me a little bit because it means that if any of them would happen to roll that particular stress condition, we would have to immediately go and rest because it would wreck my command points because I only have 3 right now. Let's see, who else could we potentially take? Unfit. Marine has 1 fewer health points. I'd rather have that than the undisciplined, but... Then Ruiz, who apparently has poor sight. What does that mean? Marine's accuracy is reduced by 10. Yeah, so far, Latimer is seeming like probably the best option. Kleptomaniac, I can practically guarantee I'm not gonna like you. There's only room for one of us here. When returning from a deployment, Marine steals 20 materials for Otago from looted materials. Yeah, no. You are probably never, ever going to be deployed unless I'm sending you to a location that I've already pretty thoroughly looted, and I'm pretty sure we're not going to pick up anymore. Yeah. No. Get not using you unless I absolutely have to. Yeah, Latimer, you are the best of that bunch. I would take even the undisciplined one over the kleptomaniac one. I'm gonna take 3 med kits because I don't remember as many of them being laying around. Most of what I remember seeing were tools. And we're gonna take 1 of the sentry guns.
Listen up, squad. Tactical situation's been updated. First up, I want to get Dr. Becker some samples of these creatures.
Got camera oriented again. There we go.
Second, if there's anything here we can use to patch up the Otago, well, I want those materials too.
Marines, remember we saw a hangar on Secom. If we're to find any materials for the Otago, it should be there.
Okay. So, last time we managed to explore a good chunk of the map, and we actually only have 1 objective currently. There's definitely going to be more because there was more than 1 objective left when we left this area, like when we looked at the mission completion screen at the end. So there's definitely going to be more stuff, and we've got an alien like coming right ahead. So let's get into a room. Ideally, it would have been one with a hidey corner, but take what you can get.
Get too comfy, okay?
Oh, the tools and stuff actually are marked on the map. You have to really zoom in because the icons are quite small. Yes, please walk in front of the truck. That would help us immensely. Okay, so yeah, tools in there. There's a med kit in there. And apparently that one had the xenomorph material, so we're going to need to go grab that on our way back. Anything else that we found? Okay, more tools in the central bit, so that's actually more than we can carry for right now. So I think what I'm going to do is, for now at least, I'm just going to grab the 2 tools in here and that med kit and that biomaterial, or ever, what was it called? I forget what it was called. It was like a research samples.
Here to enjoy the view, so move.
And then we're gonna go through here.
Come on, team. Got something on the tracker.
Okay, guys, let's not... It's... Okay, that's a moving one, but it's going the other way. So...
Double time.
Hustle, hustle, hustle. Let's get in here.
On it.
Grab those. Okay, it's on the other side of the barricade currently, and it is going the other way. So,
Move on.
let's go over here and get those medical supplies.
Multiple signals.
Oh, is that one moving too? Okay, yeah, it's coming out of the spawn point. We need to ideally get out of this building. Okay, that's a hidey. There are some tables that are hidey spots if we end up needing that, which we might. Honestly, I think this might also be a good place to set up another motion tracker. Nope. Bumpers through here. For some reason, that is still a very odd control choice to me.
Setting up motion tracker.
At least when I hit the D-pad, I hit the direction that isn't bound to reload. Oh dear, that thing is getting entirely too close. Let's get hidey spot, hidey spot, hidey spot, hidey spot.
They're heading our way. Safe position taken.
Looks mostly intact. Dr. Becker should be able to work with that.
Both of them actually went into... Both of the ones the truck took out have actually turned into samples that we can collect. Okay. Let's get out of this building because it is a death trap.
On my way. Disgusting.
Ugh, hate this job.
Got them. They look intact to me.
Here's your sample.
Okay. Got that stuff.
There's something around.
Oh, there's one moving in the building we need to go in because of course there is, or maybe it got into a vent. Oh, nope, it's still moving. Okay, guys, let's... figure out which way it's going.
Don't get too comfy, okay? Move on!
I'm guessing it kept moving away from us for the time being, at least.
There's something around.
Okay, there's a little room here. Let's check that out.
I have multiple signals.
Goop. Lovely. That's a spawn point. Let's get... Oh, run, 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 run. Oh, crap.
Xeno approach. Light him up!
Alright, not good. Okay. Let's see. Probably the shotgun blast right now. It's kind of heading that way, so I'm going to aim it up just a little.
Watch out!
Or not. Or it can, like, kind of zigzag. Not really liking the actual I have to aim part of this. Got to admit, they move very erratically. Could this other person please be the one to do it? Because with the way it's moving, this other person doing it, even though they're closer, like if this person does it, that's the person they're heading for. They're almost certainly going to hit, but trying to do it from this angle? Okay, no, I can change which Marine's doing it. Yeah, you do it because then you're shooting at a better angle. All right, keep walking backwards.
That gun's a freaking lawnmower!
Come on, team.
Let's keep moving away from this. Ideally into an area with a hiding spot, and the closest one I can think of is actually back in here. Hiding spot.
They're after you, squad. Get out of there.
They're onto us! Let's go! Wait, I think we lost them.
Okay. So there's a spawn point right there is what that was. So we're not going back in that little room. I can tell you that for nothing. Let's get back across here.
Move on.
Try to check out this building, which is resisting all attempts to explore it. And Kurtz took 1 point of armor damage. Frankly, I'm surprised it wasn't more, considering how close that thing got.
Stay frosty, Marines. I got something on the tracker.
Is it moving?
More signals incoming.
They seem like they're in vents. So as long as we're careful, and if there's going to be this many hopping around in vents, then I am going to walk very slowly. Now, the objectives here have a very nasty habit so far of trying to tutorialize something whilst simultaneously telling you to react quickly. So we are going to be approaching this very slowly, and I am going to be prepared to back away from it. Okay, back away, back away, back away.
I think that's the origin of the infestation.
Don't know what it was, but I saw a line.
To get to the friendly, but watch yourselves.
Nest. So there are eggs. And if we have to clear it, then we're going to have to trigger another hunting phase. Is there any hiding spots in here where I could get in here and not immediately be seen?
There's something around.
Is it moving? Yes, but it's way up there. Okay. And there are 2 entrances into this room, which I'm really not liking. I may at least want to, like, weld this one and go in the other way, maybe. Of course, if I keep hanging out here, trying to make decisions, then we're going to be hunted anyway, and that's going to be much worse. So, we're going to circle around to the other side, which is further away from this roaming one. I'm going to go in through this door, or maybe should we try to maybe weld this one and go back in the other way? Okay, yeah, it is going down that hallway. Is it going to go through the nest? Yes, okay. This is a problem. A major problem. Keep walking.
Double time!
In fact, hustle. Hustle, hustle, hustle.
Safe position taken. They're heading our way.
Actually, you know what? I don't really know if that's going to be a great hiding spot because... Okay, it's walking out the other way. That's something at least.
I have
Okay.
multiple signals.
We are going to pop our heads in here.
Move on.
Sometimes trying to get into rooms that you haven't seen yet is kind of tricky, actually, because the game won't let you really click past the door. You have to click on the door. Okay, we've got more medical supplies there. Okay. Going to attempt to set up a motion tracker. We may have to cancel this and move. Or, nope, not the sentry gun. Nope. Don't know why I keep mixing that up. I think because they're both on, like, a tripod thingy. Motion tracker. And then I can tell that that's meds, but I'm actually going to have them check it anyway. And then I think if I do that, yeah, now it's marked on the map.
Motion tracker deployed.
Okay, that should cover most of this building. So there's one in the vents right now, but none of them are moving around. I believe that's the elevator that's broken. Yeah, it's like locked off. You can see this orange bar there. So we can't just like do this and then run for the elevator to get out of that. We could make a run for the truck. We could take out the eggs and then make a run for the truck. However, this thing is kind of between us and the truck right now, which is not super great. Okay, it moved. It's a little bit better, actually. Okay. Because, yeah, I don't really like the way this room is laid out. It's small. The one corner that we could try to get into to set up the sentry gun is the corner that has the eggs in it. Also, the egg things are going to detect us the second we go in either of these entrances. You guys saw the lines start as soon as we walked in. Great, we've got another roamer. Okay, whatever we do, we need to do it now. Okay, we're going to exit out this way. Very, very quickly. Altogether too close. Okay. You guys aren't alerting them right now.
Quiet.
Oh, which way are you gonna come around? Alright, it's possibly gonna detect us if we stay there. Okay, please walk out in front of the truck. It did. Okay, good. Alright, this is probably the best opportunity we're gonna get. We're going to go in, we're going to probably toss a grenade or something if we can to try to destroy the eggs or the facehuggers coming out of them, one or the other. We're going to try to clear those out, and then we're going to sprint for the truck because I'm not seeing a good place to try to sit in here and hold out. Okay. 1 egg. 2 eggs. 3 eggs. Civi's kind of in the corner away from the eggs is the good news. And it seems like there are 3 of them. I'm kind of trying to mouse over this to see if any more highlight because this is kind of a mess that makes it difficult to pick them out, which, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Is there anything in this corner that we want to grab before we abandon this room? Hopefully, well, we're going to have to come back once to get the civvy after I blow up the eggs and the hunt dies down. That's definitely going to be a thing. Okay. That's hitting all of them.
Grenade!
Okay, grenades do destroy the egg things. You don't necessarily have to even wait for them to come out. Now, that is definitely going to draw attention, but I'm not even seeing any that were in range of our motion tracker, which is supposed to be the range that they, like, hear things from, if I was understanding that correctly. We got 1 moving. It might be moving this way. Okay, just,
Got something on the tracker.
Okay, we're gonna move away.
More signatures spotted.
Come back for the civvy, but we've got the eggs out of there.
Double time.
You know what? We're just gonna hang out right here.
Safe position taken.
Okay. That one's moving. There's a barricade here, so it can't come this way. So it's gonna have to like come through here, come around here, and we are in a hiding position relative to that right now. That's another reason to maybe not blow up all the barricades you see, because it limits your movement, but it also limits theirs. It doesn't seem like they can destroy the barricades. They can break welds, but not... Okay, we're in a hiding position relative to that door. I feel like we should be fine, but you know what? Let's back up just a little bit. Oh, great.
Move, move.
Of course you just, like, stayed out.
I really love this gun.
So, can you tell them to split up and go to different hiding spots? Because there's just not enough room for 4 Marines there. If I could have told them to split apart into 2 different ones, that would have gone a lot better. Which is kind of what I was trying to do, but the interface has not been very self-explanatory. I can tell you that for nothing.
They've got our set. Look alive. Bring them down. Watch out. You don't mess with me.
Okay, we're lucky that one didn't explode into acid. Okay. All back to the truck for right now. We may need to... I think the best option might be to just redeploy at this moment.
Check your vitals, squad. Take a breather. Watch that stress, squad.
Because there's no way for me to take control of them individually other than like saying, hey, you fire the shotgun or you fire the shotgun. I can do that much. But I don't know if there's a way for me to tell them, hey, 2 of you hide here, 2 of you hide there, so one of you doesn't have your rears hanging out for an alien to see. And if there's no way for me to do that, that's kind of BS, to be honest.
More signatures spotted.
Okay, we've got one spawning in there. We've already searched, like, all of the stuff through here. Like, we were able to go through that when we initially... Yeah, like, that's the SATCOM room and stuff, so... Oh, God. Is that one coming this way? Okay. Redeploy again.
Don't get too comfy, okay?
You know, I would kind of appreciate maybe an accessibility option that made some of the UI elements just a little easier to read. I know why they went for this aesthetic with the user interface, but for example, I'm having trouble reading like the alien aggressiveness meter. Like, I can see that it's easy right now. I can see we're undetected, and I can see that there's a red marker showing like, hey, you get to this level of aggression, there's going to be a wave sent to hunt you down. But I can't for the life of me tell what's indicating where we are on that meter. Like, is it the 2 little, like, pips, or... I'm honestly not sure. I cannot figure that out. Because, I mean, you guys, maybe you've been watching it and you're like, yeah, those two little pips move whenever you're being hunted. It's real easy to see. And I'm like, yeah, it might be easy for you to see. For me, unless I've got it paused, in which case the aggression isn't going up and it's not going to be moving, I have to, like, try to watch what we're actually doing and try to make sure these guys don't die. I'm not staring at the aggression meter during hunting and detected phases. Anyway.
Stay frosty, Marines.
We really should not do this, but we're gonna.
We're too late. Way too late. He was infested.
No chances, squad lead. You know what to do.
Shit! Light him up!
Sergeant, if these eggs are the start of the life cycle, and we eradicate them, maybe we can get the outbreak under control. Might even stop it dead.
Oh, I like the sound of that. Wait a minute. I hope you don't want my Marines to check every corner of this colony to find your nest.
We don't have to do it the hard way. This place is full of security cameras. We should be able to access the feed. I've marked the control room.
Lucky grunts, all going to the cinema.
Okay, so I guess the security room is over here, so that's good. That should be relatively easy to get to. Go out through here. Or is that the warehouse, possibly? Because it says inspect the warehouse on the objectives thing.
Don't get too
Okay, so no, that's the, this is the cameras one that I'm heading toward. They have different icons. Stress is starting to get high enough that it might be worth finding a room that we only have to seal one door to shelter in.
Watching you work, rest, and play.
I bet you're glad for it now.
I'm not glad.
That's one way of putting it.
Roger.
All right. Camera feed online. Happy hunting, Marines.
What did that actually do, though? Oh, cameras. So we've got cameras in here. Honestly, considering the way he phrased that, I kind of assumed they were going to be everywhere, including the living quarters. But it doesn't look like there are actually that many. Like, there's one in there. Okay, it has them marked with that new thing. So there's one here, one here.
Got something on the tracker.
It's stationary, okay. Are there any on the other floors? Doesn't look like it. Oh no, now it's moving. Lovely.
Move on!
Oh, there were some tools there apparently.
Roger.
Grab it.
Let's see what's inside.
Hey guys, let's hustle. We need to try to get away from that one that's moving. Okay, this is a lot of stuff. That's the spawn point. Let's get away from that.
Come on, team.
We are going to keep doing our best to get away from that. I'm trying to look to see if there are data pads or anything to interact with, and there's some loot.
Let's see what's inside.
Got something on the tracker.
Okay, another set of tools. Good. That replaces the one we had to use to get the camera feed going. Okay, we've got a data pad.
Found something. Looks like a data pad.
On my way.
Terminal correspondence, maintenance number 2, from Technician First Class Emily Trainer to Supervisor Harrison Tolver. We've got some kind of strange residue building up in the lower vents. I sent Gotem to take a look, but he flat out refused, said it gave him the creeps. That again, he's always been claustrophobic. Shouldn't even be on the maintenance crew at all, but it's not like we have many candidates around here. I'll give him a talking to, and if that doesn't work, I'll deal with the matter myself.
Let's see what's inside.
Well, truck's shooting at something.
Move on.
All right, ammunition. So, I don't know, extra ammo that you collect seems to kind of just disappear. Like, you start with a certain amount every mission that seems dependent on the Marines' abilities. And whatever you found, I don't know if it maybe gets converted into materials or if there's any bonus to bringing back extra, but you can carry as much as you find on the mission, but that's permanently taking it out of the map. So there might be some benefits to not picking up every bit of ammo you find, although it doesn't exactly give you the option to leave it if you're searching it and you didn't realize it was ammo, which so far that hasn't been entirely clear. Okay.
Stay frosty, Marines.
So we have cameras.
Looks like we got some supplies by the admin building.
Okay, so it'll mark, like, materials and stuff on the map that are in the camera view. Okay. Can I just, tell y'all to get in the truck? Okay, I kind of wish you could just say, hey, could you hang out in the truck for a minute while I look at cameras? I can tell them to redeploy, though. Get away from this area, because there just seems to be a lot in these two buildings. I cannot look at the map while this happens. I do think that's kind of BS.